Hey, welcome back to Travel with Rocky. I'm doing a little tour here today. Going to go to a little place called Spirit Bay. They have some really nice houses, and actually the salmon is running and there's a whole bunch of fishermen out there, and I'm pretty sure I'll get some really good footage today. And I also am going to go a little bit of blackberry picking because I'm going to make some smoked blackberry pie. So stay tuned. It's going to be absolutely an amazing episode. So as I always say, sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. I'm here at Spirit Bay. It's amazing how many boats are here in this harbor and how many fishermen are actually coming in with the run of salmon right now. I'm going to try to get some awesome shots today and also explain a little bit about the west coast here on Victoria Island. One of the most stunning places that you could be. So sit back, enjoy, and follow me through this wonderful adventure. As you can see, I use a very small crab trap in my last dungeon crabs, but these are designed to go out with these big boats and then actually drop them in deep water and are able to get much bigger crabs. As you can see with the bigger traps, the bait goes in where those blue straps are, and then they submerge it down a long rope with a buoy, and then the crabs actually crawl through these holes and have no way of getting out. And that's how the crab is caught, with these bigger traps. would like to take this opportunity to give a great shout out to two wonderful fishermen that actually took their time to help me understand about the different species. This is Captain Dion and his first mate, which I happen to forget his name. These two biggest salmons, 11 pound and 7 ounces, were both Chinook, aka spring salmon, and the rest of the salmon were all pink salmon. Wow, could you imagine what I could do, Chef Rocky, with this big Chinook salmon? I'm so proud of you, Dion. You're an amazing captain and you so deserve this catch. As we watch these two gentlemen process their fish, having such a great time, they love to chuck out the bits and pieces that they can't utilize for any of the fillet. It was amazing to watch them chuck it out and watch the local wildlife such as the seagulls and the harbor seals have their feast on all the remains of the salmon.
Oh, hold on. We have to advertise the No Bay Pub.
Hey, just plucking some blackberries here. This actually brings me to a time in my memory way back when I was a little guy. My mom and my grandma were famous pie makers, and they would send me out on a day with a 5-gallon ice cream bucket I should say, and pick Saskatoons. So this brings me back to that time. And the thing that I noticed with blackberries, they sure stain your fingers and most definitely scrape your arms. So make sure that you wear a long sleeve shirt when you're picking blackberries. Here's another good story. When I was a little boy with my brother, our neighbor used to pick us up and we'd go Saskatoon also picking. He had gotten a car no less than 3 days, brand new. And me and my brother were farting around in the cab of the truck and we spilt the Saskatoons all over his seat and his seat belts, and we stained his seats and seat belts. So if you're watching this, Mr. Mike, which I know you are, I hope you've forgiven me all these years. It must be about 35 years ago, or if not longer. Anyways, please stay tuned because I'm going to make me a smoked barbecue blackberry pie. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end of the episode to watch me smoke this blackberry pie. I don't really have a great amount of time to make a pie crust from scratch, but if you look at the description below is my mom's famous recipe for pie shells. But to make it very easy for you and also me, I went to the store and got the tender flake pre-made pie crusts. You want to get the 2 deep dish shells. You also need all those blackberries that I picked yesterday. It's unbelievable that I got that many within about 45 minutes to an hour of picking. You'll need a little bit of sugar, and you'll also need a little bit of flour because you don't want to stick that, and most definitely some great butter. You want to take out the tender flakes from the box. And you want it to be defrosted for about a good 15 to 20 minutes before you go ahead and do this. This gives us the perfect opportunity to get the smoker going and have it at a 325 to 350 degrees for a good bake for about an hour. Out here in my great back door, I'm gonna cook up some blackberry pie on my favorite barbecue, which is called the Pit Boss. So come a little bit closer and I'll show you what it's all about. Got the old Pit Boss smoker on the way to the perfect temperature, which has to be 350 degrees or 175 Celsius. I just want to show you the force of the fire. Oh my goodness, look at that. Perfect. Let that get right up to temp. All right, I'm ready to make these pies. I processed and cleaned all the blackberries. What a job that was, but I can't believe how sweet and juicy they are. I got my tender flake pie crusts and got some sugar, like I said earlier. So a little bit of flour to absorb the juices, and the favorite part, butter. So what I want to do, first of all, I want to poke the under. So it's sort of perforated. And then I want to just sprinkle a little bit of flour at the bottom, just to absorb some of the blackberry juice so it doesn't become too soggy. Not a lot of flour, but just a nice little sprinkle. Once I got that, then I take the processed blackberries and sprinkle them around on the bottom. All right, so I got the pie fillings filled almost. There, look at that. Take a little bit of sugar, sprinkling them over the blackberries. And now a few chunks of that great butter. Butter always makes it taste better. Am I right? Make sure you get your finger wet, and you want to wet, and voila, instant pie. Blackberry pie. I'm flipping it on top as gently as you can without breaking the shell. Now the most important thing, you'll need to snip the top of the pies because the bubbling of the steam will make it shears. And just make a few slices in the pie top. I put my pies on a cookie sheet because I don't want the pies to bubble over in the smoker. So come on with me, let's put it on the smoker for exactly about 45 minutes to an hour. More towards the hour at 350 degrees or 175 Celsius. You could bake this in the oven, but I just want to mix it up a little bit and put it on my smoker. So come on with me and let's see what it will look like. The last thing you want to do is pick up and down the smoker lid because you want to retain as much heat as you possibly can. And go the pies at 350 for 1 hour. Let's check out these blackberry pies. Oh my goodness. They look so delicious. Perfectly baked on the smoker. Gotta let it rest for a little bit and I can hardly wait to have the taste test. Hey, it's been a true great pleasure to put this video together. If you like this video, I challenge you, even you guys sitting on the couch, yes, that's right, you, I'm talking to you. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and most definitely let's hit that like button. So here comes the true taste test. I'm gonna cut that wonderful pie in half. Take a good slice for myself.
Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's going to taste so good. Here comes the true taste test of this blackberry pie. Oh my goodness. I always seem to amaze myself on the way I can cook and actually bake. This was the very first time I baked on a smoker or barbecue. It can be done. Until we meet in the next episode, remember to keep on breathing and believing in the great outdoors. You know what would be a little bit better? The icing on the sugar, or the sugar on the pie, would be a little bit of vanilla ice cream. So put a daub on and enjoy. Has a little bit of smoke flavor to the crust, but delicious.
Forever free, you and me, meant to be.